Hello guys, good morning. Good morning. It is 9 a.m. Eastern time. I promised I was going to go live today so we can talk about issues affecting the youth. Today's live session is going to be for the youth as always, and I promise to make it a habit that every Friday I will go live and talk and have conversations with the youth. By youth I mean people around my age. If you are in your early 20s, 30s, 40s, we are the future. I want to have conversations with my colleagues, okay? From a brother to another brother, from a brother to a sister. Share this. Invite every colleague of yours in Ghana. Anybody who is a teenager, anybody who is in the secondary school, anybody who is in a university. If you have a sibling in a university, this is the time to tell them to tune in. If you have friends who are working, professionals, even your parents, let them listen. If your parents have not retired, let them listen. This is for everybody. I promise we're going to have straight talk. I promise we're going to have real or genuine conversation. And I promise I'm going to pour myself out and share what I know and what has worked for me with you. All right? If you watch the first video I did, where I said that some African countries don't deserve their citizens, you saw that it got a lot of traction, controversies, debates here and there. A lot of you supported what I said, and a lot of you didn't support what I said as well. I'm up for that. But the crust of that conversation was about conversations with the youth. And this is going to be just like that one, okay? You can call it a fire conversation because it's going to be about a lot of fire. I'm going to drop a lot of fire today, and I'm going to just spit the truth. The truth will always stand. I'll speak the truth. All right? I've been in Canada for the last 6.5 years, almost 7 years now. I've been in Canada for the last 6.5 years. I'm going to be 7 years this year. By the end of this year, I would have been 7 years in Canada. So I haven't been here for long. In that 7 years, a lot happened to me. I finished school. I was able to marry. I've owned different cars that I never thought I could ever own. I've bought dozens of cars. A lot has happened to me, all under 6.5 years. I want to share this story with you, and I want to inspire you today with my own testimony. Some of you may be wondering, who is this guy? In your mind, you may have even written me off that I'm a nobody because I'm not in suit or I'm not one of the fancy names that you hear. Who is he? What audacity does he even have to speak to us? I'm sorry, I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to those who feel my pain and those who have lived similar experiences. I'm speaking to those who are on the other side of life in Ghana or in Africa. And every step they take forward, they feel the pushback. This conversation is for you. This conversation is for you. If you are tuning in today, drop your name. Let us know where you are listening to us from today. Let's get a conversation going. Feel free to post your questions. Kofi Ejekpon Pablo, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much for being a follower. My name is Choco Millionaire. That's not my real name. This is just my social media name. Choco Millionaire. I spent majority of my life in Choco. I grew up in Choco. In fact, when I was doing my tertiary education in Ghana, I was still in Choco, spending most of my my life there. Why am I even using the name Choco? Because I have a strong sense of attachment to Choco. Choco invokes all kind of imagery. For some, nothing good comes out of Choco. For some, Choco is not in the news for good reasons. I'm here to let people know that something good can come out of places like Choco. And I'm one of them. Yeah. I was born into a very, very poor family. By poor, I mean materially very poor, going down generations back. From my grandfather's level to my father's level, it's rotten everywhere in the family, poverty. You see, in my family, the luxury of even finishing junior high school is not there. Hardly would you see somebody dream of finishing junior high school. My father has a lot of kids. My father has a lot of kids. I won't put the number out there. I am the only child of my parents to have gone past secondary school. That is even me setting the standard a little bit higher. I am the only child of my parents to have gone past junior high school. I have 15 other siblings. I'm the only person to have gotten more than 9 grades of education. Guys, I have lived every side, every part of everything you can imagine. I've gone through the different shades and phases of poverty. I remember in secondary school, Accra Academy, I was going to take our final term exam, third term exams. I was owing fees. I think I was owing about 60 Ghana cedis or 50 Ghana cedis. And they said if I could even pay part of that, they will allow me to take the exams. I couldn't. I couldn't even come up with 20 or 10 Ghana cedis. My father didn't have it. He said so. There was no help from anywhere. Not even the government. That day I showed up in school and I pleaded with my teachers. I went to one of my favorite teachers, Mr. Ejari, and I pleaded, sir, you know I'm one of the best students in this class. I really want to take these exams. It was the qualifying exams with which you will be used to, that was going to be used to promote you to take your registration for your WASSCE. So that exams was very critical to me. If I didn't take it, my WASSCE registration was going to be in jeopardy. Guys, 60 Ghana cedis. I didn't have it. Not even 10 Ghana cedis. And I remember that day. I remember that day so well. I walked from Choco all the way to Carnation First Light to go to Accra Academy. Yes, I walked to go to school. Do you know how far that is? I walked from Choco to Carnation. And only God knows how many times I have walked to go to school. This happened in Accra, in the capital of Ghana. You see, this is just to give you an idea what people go through in the villages. Can you imagine how far some people go just to get into a classroom, to get educated? It is really, really serious. You see, I'm not here to recount my pains and my struggles with you because I want you to feel sad. I want you to know that whatever you are going through, somebody has gone through it. There is nothing new under the sun. And I want to assure you that there is a pathway out there for you. There is a ray of hope. All is not lost so long as you have the breath of life in you. Today, I want to have conversations with anybody who has a conscious mind and believes his life ahead is bigger than the life he is living now. I want to connect with anybody who feels that the best of life is yet to come for you. That this is not your best of life. I want to talk to anyone who feels that he or she is not willing to settle for less. This video is going out to you. If you don't want to accept your current situation, this video is for you. You see, I was born into a poor family, but I never believed I was poor. You know why? Because God had said that about me. He said, eyes has not even seen, ears has not even heard that I was born great. That I believed. Even though I was going through those hardships and moments of difficulty here and there, those days when I was sleeping under kiosks in Choko, I slept under many kiosks in Choko just to pass the night. When I finished secondary school, I remember a very good friend of mine. Today he will be joining, and I told him I was going to mention his name. Gabriel Inkum, God bless you. Gabriel was then at Wesley Grammar. His brother was living in Kaswa. Gabriel came to Choko one time. He used to live in Choko. He came to Choko one time and he saw me, and we were year mates, right? I went to Accra, he went to Wesley Grammar. Gabriel called me and said, Charlie, but you be smart guy. If I look sharp or you finish secondary school, let's go and hustle. I said, but where we for go? He said, Charlie, let's go to Wager. Let's go and hustle. Let's leave the Choko area. Let's just go somewhere and hustle. This brother of mine gave me directions and I went to Wager SCC. I had never been there my whole life. But for the first time I went to Wager, myself and Gabriel found ourselves in an uncompleted building. What they call that Shesumame. If you're familiar with that, Shesumame, meaning the owner is abroad and his building is uncompleted, so they find somebody to sleep in it. A Shesumame. Myself and Gabriel, we slept in a Shesumame. It had no window. The windows were open. It had no curtains. It had nothing. We were on the floor, concrete floor. There were times when it would rain and then the rain would come inside and we have to push aside. Mosquitoes were biting us. I've been through all of that. I've sold in Kantamanto. Railway lines. I have sold polythene there. Thanks to somebody like Emmanuel Dipoa, who in Choko around that time I saw him selling to make a living. So I decided to also go and sell polythene back. Me tree truck abre. Me tree trucks abre. You see, I want you to know that the best of life ahead is yet to come. Do not settle for less. No, don't believe in it. It's false. Don't believe in it. The best of life ahead is yet to come. Don't believe in your current situation, because it will change and it all starts with you. Today, I'm going to start with leadership conversations. Every Friday, I promise to talk about leadership, because I believe all of this life is defined by leadership. And I will start with governments in Africa. I am not an enemy of governments in Africa, but I am so real in knowing that they are fake. Most governments in Africa are fake. Most governments in Africa are a bunch of professionals who are thieves. Most governments in Africa are enemies in disguise. Most governments in Africa are wolves in sheep clothing. Most governments in Africa are not who they are. Most government officials in Africa are not Christians, and they are not Muslims, and they are not Buddhists. They are fake. Because nobody with the right conscience will get into leadership position and will abuse it. That is what is happening. I have only traveled through 2 or 3 countries in Africa, in West Africa. I've gone through Togo. I've seen Togo. I've gone through Benin. I've seen Benin. I've gone through Nigeria. I've seen Nigeria. And have seen the stories from other countries. Guys, it is the same. It is the same. That we are all the same. The governments in these economies are the same. Go to Middle East. Go to Latin America. And most of them are the same. The characteristics are just so visible. The features are so visible. Guys, I'm here to tell you today, do not put your trust in an African government. Never put your trust in an African government. They don't love you. They don't care about you. They don't like you. Do you really think they care about you? Can I give you some few examples? All right. Are you proud of the health system in your country right now? Today, if you were to have a heart attack and they call an ambulance, will you live? Here, where I am, if I have a heart attack right now and somebody calls the ambulance in 2-3 minutes, they will be here. It's not about my color. They are going to be here. Yes? If somebody call 911 right now, in 5 minutes, they will show up. If I need to use the bus, when I go there, there will be no traffic. If the bus tells me in 10 minutes it's going to be here, it's going to be here. If I'm going to retirement here, I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry. I don't have to be afraid going into retirement. In fact, I don't even have to worry about the future of my kids. I have a daughter. If she grows up and tells me, Daddy, I want to be a medical doctor, I say, yes, madam. And I have no worries. Can you say the same about your country today? Can you trust that you have a reliable transportation to move around? Last week, there was news. It took some people almost the whole day to travel from Accra to Kumasi. Wow. The whole day to travel from Accra to Kumasi. Yes. I was in Ghana in 2016. And I was going to Kumasi. We went past Kide. And a car had broken down. Midway. I called. I had friends in the media. I remember reaching out some of my friends in the media. I did a little bit of media work before I moved out of Ghana. So I had a bit of them on my list. I called them. Some of them gave me contacts to call. They said there was no tow truck. I said, really? There's no tow truck to come and haul the broken vehicle and articulator? So we're all stuck. And the traffic was so long. I'm like, really? This day and age? That when a car breaks down in the middle of the road, there will be no tow truck to even pull it? Wow. This day and age, we are being killed by mosquitoes. Guys, I won't lie to you. There are mosquitoes here. They don't kill. They don't give malaria. Oh my God. They don't give I couldn't believe it. When I came here the first time and then I saw a mosquito. Anyway, they are not as many as we have in Ghana, eh? Bako. Me started saying me kuno because I said, oh, they don't harm. I said, really? The mosquitoes don't give malaria? They say yes. I said, how did you guys do it? And then the person was telling me how the leaders took action to eradicate that. They used to, but not they don't. I said, wow. Where I'm from, we die. When we see mosquitoes, we run away. Wow. My people, we are not living in a different planet. We are living in the same planet where some people have it all working and others don't have it working at all. It seems in our part of the world, we've by default been designed, and by default, our systems have been created so that we settle for crumbs. Sometimes you don't even get the crumbs. I was talking to somebody and I painted a serious picture of Africa in terms of the leadership. And I told the person that, look, in Africa, you guys get all kind of checks here. Eh? You guys get all kind of money from the government. Today you cough and you say you have disability, the government gives you money. Hey! Today you say, oh, I'm bipolar. Oh, no, the government gives you money. You can't go to work and then they give you money. You have lost your job, you are home and then they are paying you salary to stay home. And unemployment insurance, they are paying you if you lose your job. Yes. In my country here, if I lose my job today and I sit home, the government will pay me until I get a job. So wow. How did you guys get it? How did this happen? Do they have a perfect leadership? No. But do they have a working leadership? Yes. Do they have a perfect system? But do they have a working system? Yes. Can you say the same thing about our mother country, our mother Ghana? And what per se, what top poison impona wuwa abaye numpo ma wiskama wonto. Our governments are so corrupt, they will not even give you money to buy poison to kill yourself. Yes, you heard me right. You are a teacher today and you've been teaching. You are one of the best teachers. Have you heard the say, have people will tell you that your reward is in heaven? Nonsense. Your reward is in where? Now have you win now. If you don't make it to heaven, where you they go take your reward from? It be hell you they go take her from. Take your reward right here on earth. And when you go to heaven, wear the crown on top. Don't let nobody fool you. Don't listen to the crap from them. They tell you they are cooking manifestos. They don't tell you what they've prepared on the side to steal. They come to you and they beg you and tell you that they want you to vote so they can change. And they don't tell you they are the only ones within 4 years whose life gets transformed. Check the average politician who came into power and see the kind of life they are living now. We need to wisen up, youth. My youth, we need to wisen up. I decided not to trust the African government right from level 300 in Ghana. Yes, you heard me right. I remember so well. I wrote it in my diary. I said, I will never trust the African government. I'm going to take my destiny into my own hands and I will be responsible for it. I want to challenge you to do the same thing. I want to challenge you to do the same thing today. Do not put your trust in the leadership in Africa. They don't give a hoot. Do you know why? Let's do a simple analysis here. Do you have parents who have retired? Do you know anybody in your family who has retired? Are they happy? Oh, yes, they are. Bravo, your future is bright. Do you have parents who have retired? Are they happy? When the month ends, are they happy? When the bills come, are they happy? Yes? Bravo, your future is bright. I'm giving you a mirror. I'm giving you a preview of your own future. Wow. Are your parents happy when retirement is knocking on their door? At least I know some people who've had to forge their age just so they can stay in work for long. Some people are 55. On paper, it says they are 40. They are afraid to retire. They will tell you retirement is death sentence. People, life is harder to be poor. In fact, let me say it clear. Life is twice harder for the poor man. And in Africa, it is almost like paying a double tax in life. Wisen up. They don't care about you. All the political parties in Africa don't care about you. Your future is in your own hands. You have the power to change it. I made that decision and God blessed it. And today I am so happy. I've been here for 6.5 years, so I own properties. Yes, you heard me right. Every month, rent they call for my bank account. Every month, money they drop. I don't get living expenses, so my expenses be zero. I don't even check my salary because my salary is not my plan A. Those days when I used to challenge every 2 weeks, my checking bank account, I don't do that anymore. Why? Because I have decided to take responsibility and learn how to live smart. How come less than 20% of the population of the world have it all? And about 80% don't have it. How? How is this possible? Guys, you don't need to go and do a dissertation in a different topic. Do a research on your own life. Go 2-3 generations and find out what has been the trend. I had to sit back and do that myself. I'm like, okay, hey guys, I sat down. I remember in Legon, I sat down and I'm like, okay, my father, how is his life now? Okay, are things going well? Okay, no. My uncle, how is it? Okay, my junior uncle, my auntie, okay? My grandfather, how was it like? My junior grandfather, okay? I did it and, oh, my siblings, how is he looking like? I said, hey, young man, you need to wisen up. Wisen up. All you got is your youth. Your youth is your prime. Your youth is your golden age. Your youth is all you got. If you lose the opportunities to take advantage and make some smart moves when you are young, your whole life is gone. You only got 7 decades to live. Out of that 7 decades, about half of it is not yours. Your youthfulness is within 3 to 4 decades. From your 20s to your 50s, you are approaching the end. Your whole life depends on you. The leadership roles of African government, their simple responsibility is to create systems that can let you thrive. Systems that can let you flourish. Since I've been here, no Canadian government has given me accommodation for free. No, I don't need it. No Canadian government has been able to give me free food. I don't need it. No Canadian government has bought me clothes. I don't need it. But all I need from them is to create systems that can help me live my dreams. And yes, they have provided that. Inti will be ewa abrochire ne na oka say abrochire systems ni nye juma bonse mano bisane say den na ochen wo ho omra Ghana yinya no enye na wutimu yi ade na wonto ticket nko Ghana wo say abrochire nye. You mean you are living in the best part of the whole world where wealth has been created and created for generations and generations? You are living in the best part of the world where one country's wealth is more than that of the whole of the continent of Africa? That the economy of US is more wealthier than the economy of the whole of Africa in terms of evaluation? And you are telling me their systems don't work and they keep producing the billionaires and the middle class? And wait. Those of you who are saying that, but they didn't build the systems in 1 century. It took centuries. Nonsense. Are you educated? Are you really schooled? Are you really up to, are you really updated? Are you really in sync with the times? Do you need us to point countries that have done that in 1 generation? Yes. Some countries have been able to turn the whole economy around in just 1 generation. Before 2000, China was not part of the World Trade Organization, WTO. They were not even part. I have seen China develop through my eyes like this. Clear. I have seen Singapore turn their fortunes around. I have seen Korea turn their fortunes around and they still do it. You want us to wait for 2 centuries more? Okay, me, I no go day here. I go take mine now. Wait. Let your grandkids wait for 2 centuries to develop. I don't have 2 centuries. In fact, me, I no go die poor. I go enjoy my life now before I go die. My daughter go enjoy well before he go die. We won't wait for 2 centuries. You keep waiting. Keep waiting. Since the time I became a man, and I could see black from white, I have been too smart to observe that the African is very smart at fooling his people. The African government is so smart. I didn't see 1992 election, but from the 1996, I begin to see states small. 2000, I see them well. 2004, I see them well. 2008, I see them well. In fact, some of us were voting. Guys, If you are so educated, you should be able to tell that 2 decades of your own adult life, nothing has changed. Who is fooling you? Give me one simple story in Africa where within 3 decades, 4 decades, the whole economy has been turned. Maybe you find one. And do you know the price they had to pay to get it done? It's called leadership. It's not called broken people and citizens. It's called leadership. Countries don't develop because the citizens want to develop. Countries develop because the leaders pull the people and lead them on. It's called leadership. I hire you for a job and you tell me you can't do it, you are fired. Yes. You come into government and you think you can't do it, get out. What one area in Ghana are you so proud of? Write it in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Write it in the comment section. Write it in the comment section. Just mention one area that today we can celebrate and say, bravo, yeah, dear, Krabeko. Everybody should come and watch us. Write it in the comment section. I want to hear you. Start writing it. Education, let's write it down. That ours is the standard of the world. We are up there. Top 7 countries, top 20 countries. We are up there. Write them down. Write them down. My brothers and sisters, if Ghana was a man, if the leaders, I won't even use Ghana. You might think I'm attacking Ghana. Ghana is so beautiful. It's so blessed. We have everything. The problem is not the geographical location called Ghana. The problem is with the wickedness of the people who parade themselves as leaders. They show up in churches with corrupt monies and put them in the buses. They show up in the mosques. They give zakat. They show up in the temples. They are so corrupt. They are so wicked. And one of my favorite quotes, it says, when the wicked rule, the righteous people suffer. Have you ever seen wicked people in power? Oh my God. Woe unto you if your leaders are corrupt, because it passes through every fiber of society and kills. 3 days ago, I was talking to one of my best friends in Legon. He just lost his auntie. So whilst I was mourning with him and commiserating with him, I asked him what happened. When the auntie they had attack and they called. There was no ambulance. Have you heard some stories like this? That you are dying and there is no ambulance. Have you heard some stories where if your wife is going to labor, you are asking whether you should buy a coffin or you should buy a white cloth to celebrate? Today, I don't have to worry if my wife is going to labor. I don't. Where I live is not part of my problems. I don't. I'm not saying they have a perfect system, or they have their own problems. But the system has integrity. The system works. Do you know what a working system is? A working system is not a system where they give you money for free. A working system is not a system where they buy you clothes. A working system is not a system where they sponsor you like somebody pampers you. A working system is a system where the basic necessities of life are guaranteed. A working system is a system where when you wake up, you don't have to think through traffic to get to work. A working system is a system where the means of transportation is so much and so many options exist that you can just think of the fact that when you wake up, you are doing bluebird. Should I think of using the train today, or I should drive my car, or I should use the bus? And you don't have to lose time. Many of you today who are listening to me, you are either working or you are unemployed. Those of you who are working, many of you are even having mental health issues without even knowing. The day you drive to work, you are going through all kinds of crisis in the mind. Before you be in that 2 to 3 hours of traffic from Adenta area to get to Accra Central, your blood pressure is already up. Many of us don't even know we have health issues, huh? You know why? The system is so corrupt. The system is so corrupt. The average footballer today cannot think of a retirement in Africa. The average footballer today has no benefit. The average musician today producing music has no systems in place to support him. Yes. Yes. The average person today who is doing something creative has no system in place to lift them up. When systems work, when you put in your small effort, it is turned into gold. When systems work, if you put in a small sweat, it is turned into gold. Yes, I have built everything I have today because I put in small effort, and it worked. I am an Arsenal fan. Let me use Bukayo Saka to give you an example. That young man, all he had to do was to hone his craft, was to just pursue his dream, was to just play the best of his football. Have you seen how the system works in that part of the world? Today, are you reading the headlines? Are you checking the stories on that young kid? When did he enter the academy? When his parents put him through the academy to go and play football, did the system disappoint? No. Today, that young man is just rising and rising. Meteoric rise. Why? The system works. How many Bukayo Sakas in Ghana will never be able to live their dream? How many Bukayo Sakas in Ghana? How many Lionel Messis in Ghana will never get a stage? How many people in Ghana will never have a stage to be able to what? To display their talent? How many people? If Boli was still living in Ghana, he would have been dead by now in terms of his craft. When he moved to a place where the system works, you can see how he bounced back, eh? Yes. When he got to British Got Talent, that show, you see how Boli and Reggie Zippy were able to get their craft back. In some countries, the system works. I can't say the same of Mother Ghana. The problem is not Ghana. It's so beautiful a place. We all dream to live there. The problem is with the wickedness of the rulers. Today, do not trust the African leader. Start taking responsibility for your life. Start taking responsibility for your life. You are probably reading every day how much sorrow they bring to you, that they've mortgaged your whole future. They've mortgaged the soul of the country. They've mortgaged the soul of the economy. They've mortgaged the soul of the continent. And the African child who is so poor cannot even dream. When you wake up every day, do you hear good news? Or they are new like grief. When I wake up every day and I go on the page where they report Ghanaian news, I can tell you, they are not new blessings every day. They are new sorrows every day. Yes, you wake up today and they will tell you something that should have been bought for 1 Ghana cedis, they bought it for 50 Ghana cedis. You wake up today and they will tell you something that should have cost this, they did it like this. What is wrong with us? What kind of conscience do we have? What kind of conscience do we have? If you have a sibling in the secondary schools, please inspire them to take their education seriously. If you are in the university today, in your first year, second year, third year, fourth year, take your education seriously. If you are in the polytechnic, nursing school, take your education seriously. That was my golden ticket to life. Education, education, education is what turned my life around. If I hadn't taken my book seriously, I wouldn't probably be here today. Talent na me to me babo. Me to me ntonyom. But ni anyankopo de ma me say o ma me adwen, I meet me you see. So I used it and he blessed it. Until I went and studied and proved myself, I wouldn't have gotten a chance to be here today. It's not too late for you. It's not too late for you at all. So long as you have the breath of life in you, it's not too late. It is not too late. If you didn't even do well in your universities and you regret today that you didn't take advantage of your days in a university, and you can afford to go back and get quality education and prove yourself, it could just be the one thing to change your life. I've seen people who enrolled again just to do another program, just because they want to be able to seriously pass and use that to travel. Today, there are global opportunities waiting for you. Yes. In other words, there are opportunities everywhere waiting for you in better countries. They are begging for your skill set. There are countries that are begging for your talent. There are countries that are begging for your knowledge. There are countries that are begging for your skill set. Do you have something to display to this world? The world will give you the chance, even if your country says no to you. You see, there is a young man called Ishaku, who just got signed by Liverpool. And I think he took part in our youth championship in Africa, displaying his talent. Have you seen that somebody noticed him and picked him up? Yes. Please, do not give up on yourself. God has never given up on you. The moment you give up on yourself is the day you die. Yes, I'm not talking about physical death. I'm talking about dying mentally. The day you give up on yourself is the day you are a dead walking man. Hardships are real. It is even harder and harsher in Africa. But do not give up on yourself. Do not trust the African government. I don't care whether you are MPP or NDC. I don't care if you are APC or ATT. I don't care if you are KKK or KKK. I don't care who you are. Political party, I don't care. Don't trust your political parties. Don't trust your political parties. Don't trust your political parties. Don't. I don't like them. I don't like them. It is only a wicked person who robs from his people. I don't like them. Yes, I don't like any of them. I like those who work. Leadership works. Somebody took over power in the US recently, and he promised he was going to fix something. Can you say he's doing it? He said, give him 2-3 months, he's going to make sure the whole country is vaccinated. Is he doing it? Yes. Everything falls on leaders. Gabriel Lincoln, man, you said it all. Thank you so much, Gabriel. Gabriel is a young man I was telling you about that guided me to go to SCC Wager, where I was able to work as a teacher, teaching in Royal Home Academy, making 10 Ghana cedis a month as a teacher. And with that, I was able to save to buy my university forms to go to Legon. Yes, Gabriel, God bless you. Yesterday was your birthday. God bless you. May you live long. May you live long, young man. Guys, leadership is all we need in Africa. The problem of Africa is not about the citizens, so the problem of Africa is about the leaders. Can I prove that to you? My favorite book is called the Bible. Forgive me if you are not a Christian. I'm not trying to convert you. I'm trying to drive home a point. Permit me to read something from the book of Samuel to you. If you have your Bible with me, if you have your Bible, if you can even Google it, just go to 1 Samuel chapter 22. Let me read that for you. 1 Samuel chapter 22, verses 1 to 2. Let's read that. So David departed from there and escaped to the cave of Adullam. And when his brothers and all his father's house heard about it, they went down there to him. Verse 2 is the key. Everyone who was suffering hardship, everyone who was discontented. Let me take that again. I'm going to start again. 1 Samuel 22, verses 1 to 2. I'm on verse 2 now. And I'm reading from the Amplified translation. Everyone who was suffering hardship, and everyone who was in debt, and everyone who was discontented gathered to him. They gathered to who? David. They gathered to David. And he became captain. Somebody will say leader over them. There were about 400 men with him. And the later account says that many people drew to him. Guys, pay attention to the imagery here. Pay attention to the story here. The people who gathered unto David, were they perfect? No. Did they have issues or they didn't have issues? Some of them were poor like sick, man. Some of them had been through all kind of hardship. Some of them are homeless. Some of them are emotionally distraught. Some of them had no hope. But where did they go to? They went to David. Why David though? Because David has shown in his small corner that he could do and lead people on. So they gathered to him. They gathered to the leader. And what did the leader do? He gathered them on. He gathered them around. And he gave them hope. And if you read the account, he said that he fixed them up. Do you know what the previous leader did? He messed them up. You know what the young man David did? He fixed them up. Leaders fix people up. I won't tell my children to fix themselves up. Nonsense. Fix them up. You are the leader. Don't tell somebody my child is wayward. Nonsense. You are a wayward parent. Get your parenting act right and your children will be good. Leadership is a solution, guys. It's not the children. Leadership is a solution. Look at the family that is broken and you notice that the leadership in the family is broken. The children are not the problem. The citizens are not the problem. If we were smart, we wouldn't even vote you into power. If we could do it, we wouldn't even vote anybody into power. You know why we voted you? You are supposed to be way smarter than us, not stupid like us. You are supposed to exercise mature judgment, superior judgment, reasoning, not people like us. You are supposed to live on a different standard. You are supposed to lead us towards the destination. You are supposed to bring the best out of us. Leaders bring the best out of people. Which smart country have you heard the leaders blame the citizens before? If you ever have a leader who is singing, "It's not my fault," or maybe they love Shaggy, "It wasn't me," please run away, you are in trouble. Run away, you are in trouble. If you ever have a leader who cannot take responsibility for the mess of his people, you are in trouble. Yes, even if somebody commits suicide today in a country, the leaders must take responsibility for that. Why? You are supposed to make sure you put in place everything possible to stop that person from not doing it. Leaders take responsibility. Today, I'm proving to you, leadership is our biggest crisis. The crisis in Africa is not a crisis of smart people. The crisis in Africa is not a crisis of what? Unintelligent citizenry. The crisis in Africa is a crisis of leadership. And it's not because our leaders don't know. They know it. They are just too wicked. When the wicked rule, the righteous suffer. Our leaders are so wicked. Guys, there was a moment I almost became an atheist. You are hearing it straight today. When I was in Legon, life got so hard, I almost became an atheist. I questioned myself. I asked questions. I'm like, is there really a God? Why did he allow this to happen to my family? Is there really a God? Why did he allow me to go through all this stress? Is there really a God? Why can't he see the frustrations I'm going through in Legon? I couldn't pay my RFUF in Mensa Sabaho. I missed it. They couldn't even, in fact, I missed it. I didn't have the money. I paid the school fees in Legon, but I didn't have the money to pay for the accommodation. I was admitted as a Mensa Sabaho guy. I didn't have the money. Eventually, they said, well, young man, the rooms are all gone. You didn't pay on time. People took it. And I didn't have a place. I had to be going from Choco to Legon every day until somebody helped me out and helped move me from Mensa Sabaho to Commonwealth, where I became a vandal by accident. I became a Commonwealth guy by accident. I was sleeping in a bus room. You know what a bus room is? Not a normal room, small room with no windows. That is like a dungeon. That was the room I was sleeping in Commonwealth. Jonathan Appiah, God bless you. You were the then SRC president of Mensa Sabaho. You helped me out. You helped me out. You made sure I got a place. I couldn't even afford the accommodation, guys. That was how real it was. I couldn't even afford food when I was in Legon. How does a man go about his lectures when he can't even afford food? How does the African youth sit down and think when he can't even think about where bread is going to come from? Yesterday, I was reading, was it yesterday or this morning? I was reading on Mr. Hai, his full name is not coming. This journalist with GBC, Hai Moment or something. I forgot his name. Forgive me. I just lost track of the name here. He posted a story where a colleague or a friend of his whole depot, this young man who is trying to create something for himself, has a depot, and his whole depot was gutted by fire. And everything was gone. When they called the fire services, they couldn't put the fire down. It took a long time for them to call for reinforcement. We can't even put fire down. Today, if any place is burning in Ghana, are you sure you will survive? Our governments have actually normalized stupidity. They've normalized stupidity. They've normalized lawlessness. They themselves, who are supposed to be the executors of the law, are breaking the law with impunity. Does that inspire hope? Does that give you hope to be able to take them seriously? Do you think when I listen to the African person today, I feel charged and want to give them my best? No way. Don't dissipate your energies callously to those who don't deserve it. Don't cast your pearl before swines. Some people don't deserve your support. And the corrupt African leader does not deserve your support. Don't give it to them. Channel that support into yourself. Be responsible for your own self. To what Jimunaka say, minimpa say me system ni nyejuma, me ame force amana yejuma. Use all you have. Use your talent. Maybe yours is education. Use it. Maybe your brain is so smart. Use it. Maybe yours is some kind of craft. Use it. Maybe yours is music. Use it. Today, Stonebwoy may not have a PhD, but he is able to travel everywhere in the world if he wants to, because he's using his talent. He can choose to have a baby outside. He's using his talent. A footballer may not have a degree. He's using his talent. He can be able to move to any part of the world he wants to. Don't put your hope in the African leader. They don't deserve you. They don't. Those who are leading the way, give them the support. And young man, young woman, if you disagree with me, I respect you. If you believe that your destiny and your calling is to stay within the four corners of Ghana and turn things around, I respect you. But I also want you to respect the fact that I believe that not all dreams are conceived in the same place and achieved in the same place. Joseph had a dream in his native land. He was pushed outside to execute the dream. My dream could not have been achieved in Ghana. I made a hard decision to move. And God has been faithful. Maybe yours is to stay in Ghana. I respect you. Maybe you believe that you can turn things around. I respect you. But don't bewitch. Don't begrudge. Don't insult the person who believes he can also travel legally. It is not a crime. Man has always been a nomad. Man has always been a nomad. You know who a nomad is? The person who keeps moving until he finds a home he can call a home. The person who keeps moving. Do you know where our forefathers came from? Do you know the history of the Ewes? Do you know where they came from to settle here? Do you know the history of their clans? Do you know the history of our indigenous people? Everybody has traveled around until they find a place they can call home. Please, don't deceive yourself. The four corners of the world is not the limit and the cap to your dream. Feel free to move legally if you believe you have what it takes to move. Do not trust the African leader. They care less about you. Your life is in your hands. The choices you make today will determine where you find yourself. I made a hard decision, and I decided I won't trust the African leaders. And today, I have been vindicated. I'm able to support so many people in Ghana today just because of what I am able to do today. Many of you today, some of you today, even this morning, you got a Momo alert from me. Some of you, you know yourselves. There are some of you that we literally have to pay your rents for you. We are not here to say what we do, but we're here to tell you that without us making a hard choice to take our life and grab our lives by the bull, to grab the bull by the horn, and to be in the driver's seats of our lives, we wouldn't be here today. I couldn't have given you a 1 Ghana cedis if you asked me for it. I couldn't have given you 5 Ghana cedis if you asked me for it. But today, you know, if you genuinely have a problem and you come to me and I have it, you know I can give you. Will I be able to do that if I'm in a poor country where I can't even fend for myself? The African youth does not need free gifts from the government. All they need is a sound system. The African youth needs a sound road. The African youth, all they need is a system of transportation that works. The African youth, all they need is a support that can help the young man to go into agriculture without killing himself. It's credit that can be able to help people to live their dreams. The African youth, all they need is incentives and all kind of things that can help them to be able to bring the creativity in them. Can you think of that? What is the interest rate in Ghana right now, guys? Say that. I want to hear that. What is the prime rate in Ghana? Oh, do you want to hear the prime rate here? Oh, my interest rate and my prime rate are around 2%, 2 to 3%. What about yours? Wow. Yesterday, I was watching a video and this banker was educating people about mortgage in Ghana. And he said, oh, the interest rate is small. Oh, it's as low as something percent. And it was over 10%. I said, really? The interest rate for doing business in Ghana is about 20%. They are killing you, guys. They are killing you. I'm not lying. They are killing you. Do you know the interest rate in developed countries? Credit is almost free, guys. Today, if I walk to the bank and I pick up $300,000, I could get it for as cheap as 2%. And they'll give it to me. Can you do the same thing in Ghana? You are going to pay 20% for taking a loan. Are you a magician? How will you be able to turn that around, guys? Can't you tell they are killing you? Pick your phone and go on Google and do comparison, man. Before you tell us that we are your bruchine, you need answer. Until me 2 hours now, be better. Make us and me need answer. No. Pick your phone and do a bit of research, guys. A country that cannot even clean the gutters. A country that has all kind of things in place. A country that has rent laws in place, rent control, and cannot safeguard the interests of the people. A country that has natural resources, institutions, and ministry, and cannot safeguard the environment. A country that has all kind of communities and things in place. A country that has all the drawings and blueprints in paper. They do commissioning, they do everything, they do all the things. They go and do meetings and they draw the plans and cannot execute it. Is that one a country? Today, in serious countries, you don't need 2 years advance. I'm telling you this. All you need is 1 month rent when you're dying. 1 month rent. I am a landlord. All my tenant needs to move into my house is 1 month rent. Do you need 2 years rent to live? Do you need 3 years of rent in advance to be able to get an accommodation? Can't you see they are choking you? Can't you see they are killing you? Can't you tell they are killing you? That even if you have an idea, you can't even get a loan. Even if you get it, the interest rate alone will kill you out of business. Can't you tell? It hurts. Let's open our eyes. They are killing us. Let's open our eyes. They are killing you. I don't care whether you don't have a coffin yet. They are killing you as you are alive. They are robbing you. They are stealing. Every single day they are scheming ways to steal. And they send their case overseas. They send their families overseas. Check them. Which of them have their case in Ghana? Which of them? Put the names down. Which of your favorite politicians has a kid in Ghana? Check them. Write them down. Guys, shine your eyes. Mifichoko. But in life, when you do your part and you begin taking responsibility and you stop blaming people, because it is only the man who is not matured who blames others. When you begin taking responsibility for your life, then you are a matured man. A matured man, maturity is not determined by age. It's determined by your ability to say, yes, I take responsibility. A matured man is not the one who sings, Shaggy, it wasn't me. A matured man is the one that says, it was me, even if it wasn't him. A matured man is the one, when his people messed up, he says, it was me, the leader, who messed up. A matured man is the coach who says that when my team doesn't perform, I, the leader, will resign because it is my fault. A matured man is a man who leads his people to the promised land. A matured man is the David type who can inspire hope. A matured man and a smart leader is the one who believes that he can lead the people on. Guys, share this video. Share it with your friends. Let them know they should never trust the African leader. Let them know if they pay their price and their own debt in life, they will succeed. I don't care if you are not talented with your legs, but you got something. God has given you something. He didn't create you junk. He didn't create you a garbage. He didn't create you a junk. He gave you something. God has given you something. He didn't give you leg to play football. He gave you something. I don't have the foot to play football, but he gave me this. Maybe you might think you are not academically there. He gave you something. Use it. The world is calling you on. They will give you the stage. Your gift will make room for you. Your gift will take you places. Your talents will take you places. Your discipline and your determination and your persistence in life will take you places. Not the government in Africa. They won't. Every single day people are leaving Africa. They are running away. There is an actor from Nigeria, yeah, guys? I saw this somewhere and it was so interesting. An actor, he got a chance to travel to US and then he got his papers. The guy was in his car the same way I'm in my car. And he did a live video on Instagram. And he was thanking God. He was happy that he left the country of Nigeria. He was actually telling people that, oh, look, how do people celebrate leaving their countries? Do you know what it means? It means liberation. It means running away from a prison. Do you feel Ghana is like a prison? If it's not a prison, can you comfortably pick your passport and travel out today without feeling that somebody will chain you down? If you can't, if I can pick my passport today and almost travel to any country. Yes. Yes. Do you feel you can do the same thing? If you can't, you are not living the best of your lives yet. Or you are in a system which sucks. Wisen up. Wisen up. Put not your trust in a man. Put not your trust in another man, especially if his name starts with P. The P man is a wicked man. The P man in Africa is not the same as the P man somewhere else. They are very wicked. The politicians in Africa are very, very corrupt. They don't like you. God bless you. This is Choco Millionaire. Every Friday, I will be going live to speak about leadership. Every Friday, I'll be going live to have reality talks. Every Friday, I will be coming your way with things that can charge you up. Write today in your diary if you listen to me. If you're under the sound of my voice today, I want you to write in your diary. From today onwards, I will not put my trust in an African leader. I will take the responsibility. I will take charge of my life. I will be in the driver's seat of my life. And I will take full responsibility for my life. And I will start taking action. And God will open ways for you. He will open ways for you. He will open doors for you. He will do it for you. He will do it for you. If you have any questions, post them there. On Mondays, I'm hoping to come your way with opportunity conversations on Mondays. What is that? It is when I invite either smart people who were like me and they came from different countries and they succeeded here. I'm going to be parading a couple of young guys who are young millionaires and other, so that they can share their stories. They are all immigrants or people who are blazing the trail. No negativity on my platform. No bad news. It's all about positive stuff. So if somebody says something is not working for them, that is theirs. For me, everything works for my favor. Everything works in my ways. Everything works for them who believe they are in the right place. It's working for me. And it will work for you. God bless you. Bye-bye.